Hello everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome to Mining Modern, where we are going to be giving our opponents some gifts, because you know what? Around here at Mining Modern TCG Player, we are all about getting in the holiday spirit and giving things away, and that is why we are playing this deck. This deck is really fun. It's awesome. We're going to be playing a lot of stuff. I'll walk through it here in a minute. First of all, we're going to see what our opponent's up to, though. Oh, we've been sent a message. Not Merfolk, I'm surprised. Yeah, I know. Merfolk's my thing, but not all the time. Alright, so our opponent is playing Scred something, it would appear. Oh, Pest. Okay. I'll give him the Pestermite, sure. Take the Serum Visions. Our opponent is playing Blue Moon. It seems like Blue-Red Kiki control. But they have 5 lands and a Pestermite. So that's not exactly a strong opener. Alright, so what we want to do is pretty straightforward, clearly. We want to give our opponents some gifts. Gifts given, if you will. Evil presents. So that starts with Endless Whispers. We play Endless Whispers, we then destroy the creatures our opponent has, and we get them. Or we play our own creatures, and we give our creatures to them when our creatures die. We have Bronze Bombshell, which deals 7 damage to a player. When a player other than Bronze Bombshell's owner controls it, they sacrifice it, take 7. We also have, this is the big one, a Phage the Untouchable in the deck, which means if it deals combat damage to our opponent, they lose the game. However, if it comes into play under your control and you did not cast it from your hand, you lose the game. So the idea is, pretty straightforward. We're going to play Endless Whispers, and then we are going to hopefully kill our opponent's creatures and get theirs, but maybe we get Phage into play, and maybe Phage dies, and maybe our opponent gets Phage and loses the game on the spot. That's what we want to do. That's the plan. But we also have a backup plan, because that's not enough for me. We have to give our opponent more gifts than that, and that's why we have Demonic Pact plus Harmless Offering. The old Cat Pact finally making its way to Mining Modern. I've toyed around with it before, thought about it. We've played against it plenty of times. I've certainly lost to it. But I decided neither of these two strategies by themselves was enough, and we need to go all the way, and that's why we're playing both here. All right, looks like our opponent's going to give us an opportunity to play this. If they drew a counterspell, it's not going to resolve, but we'll see. The upside is pretty high if it does resolve. Our opponent then plays Pestermite. We destroy Pestermite and have it for ourselves, but we'll see. We want our opponent to play creatures. We have a bunch of removal in our hand. Reading this one, are you? I understand. It's actually kind of decent in this matchup. Especially, with a hand city stacked full of removals, it'd be hard for our opponent to combo us out. And let's see if this is a Pestermite coming in, or if Endless Whispers is going to get destroyed. At the beginning of the next instance. So we could, in say our combat or our main phase, whatever, Slaughter Pact his Pestermite if they go for it in response here, rather than just countering this. Yeah, well, Remand is not the end of the world. Annoying, certainly, but it means they didn't get to play their Pestermite. Excuse me. Maybe we get to Pestermite combo. Imagine that. What if we can get Kiki and Pestermite? Now that would be something. Okay, yeah, now I hope they just counter it. Just burn a counterspell on this, please. We'll play another one. I like how long it took him to read it. You know what? It took me a while first time I read this card as well. Ooh, we are in business, friends. This might work. Imagine right now. Imagine with me, right? What if our opponent drew Kiki and they Pestermite and they think we can't do anything and they play Kiki and they try to combo and then we take it. And we get it. We slaughter games with the Pestermite in response to the Kiki. Then we, on our turn, kill Kiki with Lightning Bolt and we Kiki combo our opponent. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Please have... It's the only time I've ever hoped our opponent had Kiki. Make red mana. Please be filtering into red mana. Please let this be happening. Oh no, it's Instep. It's Instep. Oh no. Alright, well, it still will work. It still will work. It still will work. Alright. I think it's happening too, by the way. No way we can untap our Blood Crypt! Oh! No, but it still won't work because it comes back in the N7 and we can kill it, but it... Oh, no. All right, you know what? Fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still happening. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the old attack with it. You know what? I'll take 2 damage from Kiki. I understand. Slaughter Pack, the 1-up Slaughter Pack coming in, boss. All right, give me that Kiki, please. Or that Pestermite, anyways. Oh, I just wish it happened instantly. Because we get to untap this and we get to bolt the Kiki and we get the Kiki at the end of our turn. Oh, this is incredible. Alright, I'm going to pay this so we don't lose the game. That seems like a good idea. Demonic Pact, alright. So, we can mess... Our opponent can deal with this, unfortunately, right? But we can actually tap down all the lands in their upkeep. Alright, so when does this get rid of the tokens? The beginning of the next step. Okay, so we're just going to make infinite tokens in their upkeep. At least try to. I guess I could have attacked. I guess we don't get to tap down all their stuff. We can tap down a land. No reason not to. We still have Dismember up here. Now, I don't actually know. Does this, with the kill the creatures, do they get them back? Choose target opponent. When that player puts this card from its owner's... I don't know. I'm not even going to try to decipher it. We'll find out when they kill our creatures if they get them back. And we'll just play this game of trading back and forth creatures. But we do make our opponent do something in the upkeep here. And we get untap and have a lot of removal. Yeah, I definitely missed an attack there with the Pestermite. I got so excited to have Kiki combo. Yeah, return it to your hand. I should probably just dismember it in response. Why? Gosh, I don't know how this works. Okay. When this creature dies, choose target opponent. So I will choose them. That player puts this card from its owner's graveyard onto the battlefield. Yeah, so they will get it back. So I'll just let them bounce it. We still might get to do this. I will not untap their Cascade Bluffs. Okay, well, you know what? Win or lose, we had Kiki combo from our opponent. Nothing can take that away from us. Yeah, I know this deck's all about giving them gifts, but in this case, our opponent gave us a gift, and you know what? That was pretty nice. All right, 1 Pestermite down, but we still have a Pestermite to work with here. Oh, this is actually gonna. This will tell us it does go back to them. Okay, so you do trade them back and forth. Tempting. I'm doing it. Yeah, now we're just... Our opponent can't kill us. Well, what if they lightning bolt this thing? Then can they kill us? Wouldn't they have done that already? So they played the Lighthouse. They played the Cascade Bluffs. They played the Flooded Strand. I mean, there's so much we don't know about, so this actually doesn't matter. All right, well, I can play Demonic Pact. If our opponent lightning bolts Pestermite, if they... Man... They'd get it back in the end step. And then they'd get to kill us. On the other hand, our deck currently doesn't do much. Our hand doesn't. I am actually thinking pretty deep here. It's also... I'm just going to pass, I think. I guess this is the token trigger. Sure. I don't want to let our opponent... You know, I think they would have lightning bolted it in combat, but they may also just be wanting us to tap out, and then we just lose the game. You know, as it currently stands, our opponent has to, you know, they're the ones getting beat down by Pestermite here. So they have to make a decision, right? And, you know, losing with 2 Dismembers in hand to Kiki Jiki combo is not great, right? Feels unnecessarily loose. We might not win this game, right? Our opponent has 1,000,000 cards in hand, but I did have Kiki Jiki combo, so I actually just don't even care, win or lose. So maybe that was a reason to play Demonic Pact. But regardless, Merry Christmas to me for that one right there. Opt. Okay. Well, they could have scryed into a Lightning Bolt here. Opponent's deck's kind of sweet. I'll probably play that at some point. Got to bring Splinter Twin back to Modern. So they kept that on top. Okay, so we'll see what's up here. Hopefully we draw a land, then we could try to run out the Demonic Pact. Or just, you know, an Inquisition so we can see what's up over there. But just hitting land is pretty acceptable as well. Liliana. And they have five cards is a lot, and we know one of them is Kiki Jiki, but that's all we know. And they have looting value as the game goes on as well. All stuff to keep in mind. They could also go for the kill here. That would, if they have another Pestermite, that'd be very greedy, but it appears to not be what's happening. You know, I guess they're actually winning the race with the Well, I guess we will not have an opportunity to play this Demonic Pact. Maybe I should have just gone for it. Maybe I should have said, you know what, I had Kiki Jiki combo, doesn't matter, and just gone for it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, well, we're attacking. We're, unfortunately, because I missed that attack earlier, we're actually not winning the race against the Kiki Jiki. What is this? Pestermite. Electrolyze. Okay. So you will get it back, and then I will take it from you. Alright, we'll dismember this thing. Oh, I don't need to have that much mana. Because I'm going to have to pay life for this. Excuse me. Alright, we'll continue the ping pong with this Pestermite. So I believe this means we get the Pestermite on their end step. And if our opponent gets greedy and plays a Kiki Jiki, then maybe we'll get a combo. Seems unlikely, though. And we have 2 more basic swamps we can draw to play Demonic Pact. I do covet your Pestermite. That's true. This is awkward. This is a weird game now. We actually have a lot of double black cards, so this isn't great for us. Drawing double Harmless Offering there was not ideal. I'm tap one of their islands. This is actually important because this is cryptic. It's not cryptic command mana, is it? All right. Because they still have that. Yeah, we're pretty dead, I think. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, this is getting kind of rough over here. And that would have just been the perfect draw a minute ago. On the turn we were just talking about the Demonic Pact. Maybe I should have just played it. Like I said, you know, I played around them basically next leveling with the Pestermite, and maybe that was just incorrect. Maybe that was playing it too safe. Is this Kiki Jiki mana? Kiki Jiki resolves. I don't think they're going to play anything here, but whatever. Alright, well, we'll dismember this thing. Our life total is obviously getting right here. We're kind of all in on hoping we can steal this. If it's Remand, we can. If Remand is their counterspell, we will have it. Unless they also have bolts or whatever. Wow, does that mean they're actually thinking about it? They're thinking about if they want to Remand this Dismember? It's like, is this going to happen? Our opponent is slow rolling us so hard here. Alright, waiting for them to pay costs. They've added 2 blue mana, now 3. What's happening? Electrolyze? Yeah, that works. I cannot pay 3 for Logic Knot. We have a lot of good draws here to get this, though. Our opponent's out of 2 cards now. That's one of them. Alright, we'll Lightning Bolt the Kiki. For the second time this game, we're going to have Infinite Pestermites. Our opponent has 2 cards in it. If their cards are bad, this might work. Alright, I guess we may as well take one of our opponent's blue sources in their upkeep. Gosh, if we'd had that bolt in hand, we would have actually had it. We can use this to make double black mana, though. But then we would just have infinite anyways. I could use it to make double black in my instep, but again, not very helpful. I think I don't feel great about winning this game, but you know what? We are working very hard to try. It's possible our opponent's hands, our cards are all bad. For the second time, we've assembled Kiki combo. Come on, deck. Just one time. I don't care if we win the match. Oh my gosh! We did it! Click, I'm clicking. Click, click. Click, click. Infinite Kiki-Jikis! Ah! Infinity Fairies! Infinity Fairies! Merry Christmas! Infinity Fairies! Oh my gosh, there's no way we're gonna win this match. Our opponent gets to sideboard so many cards against us, but who cares? Oh my gosh. Oh, it was insane. Endless Whispers. Broken Modern card right there. You saw it here first. What is that? Alright, we have to play around Blood Moon this game. Detonations are really bad here. I think Brutality's pretty good. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. I just can't get over that just happened. We just had Infinity Fairies. That is a throwback, by the way, to the first Walking the Plains that ever came out. Now they do the, Nate and Sean, they do the shorts, the like 10-minute documentaries you see at Pro Tour Graphic, just something. They're great. They did the Enter the Battlefield documentary. You should go watch it. It was on Netflix. I assume it still is. Just they do incredible work, but they got their start. This is some throwback to the very first. This is actually so perfect. The very first modern Pro Tour ever, the very first modern event, the ban list was just basically non-existent. So there were Cloud Post decks, there were Infect decks with Blazing Shoal, there was, you know, Storm with all the Storm cards. Just everything was legal. It was crazy, but it was won by a Splinter Twin deck by making Infinity Fairies, just like that with a Pestermite. Oh man, I just cannot believe what just happened in that match. That was incredible. Okay, we need to board out one more card here. I think we probably pitch and Endless Whispers. I can't imagine we're going to get away with that again. We should probably throw away the Bronze Bombshell for the other Brutality. And the Shadow Doubt's kind of tempting too. I don't know I don't know, some version of my deck. Infinity Fairies have been made. I should just quit mining Modern. I don't think it's I don't know that I can ever top that. I've done a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for almost 2 years. No, I've been doing this a year and a half. And never have I ever had a game when more satisfying than what just happened. Infinity Fairies in Modern with our opponent's creatures. Just shut her down. We're going home. Alright, this game's actually sweet too. What if we get our opponent with the other combo this game? We don't need to stop in their main phase anymore. Oh my gosh. Alright, Thoughtsei's our opponent. We actually have another combo here. Ooh, their hand is so good though. Okay, well. Yeah, that's all terrifying. Okay. Pretty cryptic command. I have no idea what we're supposed to take here. We have to assume we're going to draw removal to start the combo, which means I probably just take the cryptic. I probably just take the remand, to be honest. You know, both the cryptic command and the remand are going to draw them a card. The cryptic command, they're a long way away from casting. And in fact, they are a long way away from having the mana for that triple red for the Kiki. Now we're going to pass here, but once we fetch for a swamp with this Verdant Catacombs, and then with the basic swamp in our hand, we'll have effectively played around Blood Moon, with the one exception of the stupid Phage, which costs 4 black. So I guess technically, if we had all 3 basic swamps in play, we could use 2 of them to Dark Petition. Dark Petition will give us 3, and then the other basic swamp would be the 4th black mana. So I guess even through a Blood Moon, technically we can cast Phage the Untouchable. Alright, our opponent's setting everything up now, so they will, you know, sort of be in business here. What we really want is to draw a Liliana or something here on our turn. But at the very least, at their end step, I can Kolaghan's Command them. Alright, the Serum Vision went top. Well, that's not great for us. Pretty Tarn. How does it feel, do you think? You have these great cards. Even the Serum Vision is this foil, right? And you have Expedition Scalding Tarn, which I love, by the way. These are so cool. But then you lost to getting your Kiki and your Pestermite stolen. How do you think that feels? Probably not great. But you know what? In the holiday spirit, I appreciate the gesture. All right, sweet. There is another swamp for us. All right, we have a plan. The plan is to Kolaghan's Command in our opponent's instep. Maybe we get lucky and they just decide to fire off the Cryptic. It's basically just going to be a disc. It's not even good. That's the problem, I guess. Maybe we wait until we can also get the... Yeah, I guess I should wait until I can also try to get the Pestermite. Because just running it into Cryptic is... They would just discard a card. It just isn't going to affect anything. We have to try to get the 2-for-1 out of it. There's our 5th land. That's not the worst. Alright, so here comes the Pestermite. We'll respond to the Pestermite by shooting it down and making them discard. So, wow, okay. Didn't really expect that. So he's going to wait until I mean, I guess they're under no pressure. That's all very annoying. We need to draw Disruption like that. Okay, great. Now this should prompt some sort of action from our opponent. I need to dismiss all this before we see their hand. We get a new look here. Like I said, I'm not hopeful for our overall chances of winning the matchup, but after that game 1, I actually don't care. It does not matter. Alright, fetching with the Tarn. Going to show us 6 cards. We know Cryptic Command, Pestermite, Kiki. Wow, look at our opponent just solidly, not popping them both at once, solidly playing around that Shadow Doubt. Okay. They're going to Cryptic Command. Interesting. They're going to Cryptic Command this? And I get to play Demonic Pact? Really? That's more than I could have hoped for. Cool, let me choose to figure out what modes you're going with. There are 5 cards in hand now. Yeah, I assume they draw great. Okay, well, you know what? Boom, slamming it. Done. Demonic Pact. Excuse me. Well, this is pretty sweet. We have to resolve the Harmless Offering. None of this is going to be easy, but we have a lot of hand disruption, and we get to make them discard cards, which is where I'm going to start, and this. So we have a lot of ways to disrupt our opponent and then hopefully try to Harmless Offering them. Meanwhile, we have to not get comboed. Which kind of makes things awkward because our opponent could have the protection. Do I want to draw or make them discard? I wonder if I think I'd probably draw because we just want to find more removal. Slaughter Pact again. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right, I assume this will be the Pestermite coming in here. And I will try to Kolaghan's Command it in the end step. Next one is definitely making our opponent discard cards. Slaughter Pact Clutch. Although it may not be clutch, it may not matter. Depending on what our opponent has. They can Logic Knot for 1,000,000 here. So I think I do nothing here. I think I add mana. So if our opponent tries to fetch in the end step, then I will Kolaghan's Command while the fetch is on the sack so they don't have the mana to Logic Knot us. If they just go to their turn, then they, have to burn so much mana to try to kill us that it doesn't seem like a problem. And then we get on tap and Demonic Pact to destroy the Pestermite. This might work out, though. All right, our opponent just went to their turn. So they're not going to try... they're probably not going to try to kill us here. And remember, this game for us is all about trying to resolve this this Harmless Offering. Yeah, I'm happy to let our opponent try to win. It's extremely unlikely that they're going to be able to. Serum Visions, okay. Want our opponent to make land drops, interestingly, because we just want to run them out of cards here. This is a weird game. I see a path to victory for us, but it is, by no means straightforward. Like I said, this is all very awkward for our opponent because we could just target this thing with Demonic Pact. And, I mean, granted, that might not matter to them at all, right? They could just have more, but... Okay, well... So, I think I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, then we don't have enough to Kolaghan's Command. And I haven't got the discard out of it yet. I don't mind shocking myself there. I'm trying to figure out if I want a Dark Petition here. I guess I don't. I'm not convinced that we're going to be able to fire this off next turn, but we are going to find out. Another Pestermite? Hope so. Exarch, same thing. Not the same thing, actually. Does not die to Kolaghan's Command. That's not great for us. Make our opponent discard now. This at least pressures their hand a little bit. And then, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 lands in play, so they cannot untap, cast Kiki, and Logic Not a Slaughter Pact. And then on our upkeep, we make them discard 2, and then we get to have Harmless Offering plus Dark Petition. Because we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is enough because they'll counter this, and then we'll play this. So, okay. This is a really odd game, but it might work out. The thing is, yeah, if our opponent goes for it, then we get a Slaughter Pact. And then we get a Harmless Offering and we'll win. I think this will work. I think this will work. Alright, Slaughter Pact to this in response. There is just no way we're going to win this game, right? This match? Are we going to win the match somehow? Alright, yes, you get to make a copy of that. Now you... I guess I should have waited for it to target the... I don't think it matters, but yeah, they get a land back this way. I should have waited for it to target the Kiki. But whatever, we'll take 2. There's just no way this is going to work. This is insane. I can't believe this. Alright, I'd like to pay 3. Alright, we'll make them discard 2. I've queued up the mana. I don't think that I don't think that this can beat us unless it's something weird that they discard Remand Snapcaster Mage. Okay. I should play this so we can play around Spell Pierce. All right, here goes. Is this going to work? I'll pass. I'll pass the turn to you. Which of these abilities that have not been chosen yet would you like to put on the stack? Is it you lose the game? Is it you lose the game on the stack? That's the most incredible match of Modern I've ever played in my life. It's done. I'm never topping that. This is the worst deck I've ever played in terms of just like, we should never beat that tier 1. We should never win a game against that tier 1 Modern deck we just played. Not only did we win in game 1, we beat them with Endless Whispers, right? I believe it is. I didn't even know that card existed until last week. Somebody was like, you should try this on Mighty Modern. We win in game 1 by stealing their infinite combo, make Infinity Fairies, and then we cat packed them in game 2. Through a combo again, we stopped the infinite combo. Thank you for watching Mighty Modern. I love the support that I have from everybody watching. I hope you're having a great holiday. A very Merry Christmas. The viewers, the reason I'm able to do this, the series is popular. People enjoy it. Thank you so much for letting me make videos for you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to play that match of Magic right there. Because if I play Magic for the rest of my life, or Magic dies tomorrow, I don't know that I'm ever topping that. So I'm Corbin Hostler. Thank you so much for watching.